have reached the part of the podcast where we're going to talk some USFL. This part of the podcast is sponsored by Royal Retros. Go to royalretros.com, use promo code SPRINGFEVER, receive 10% off, and that way they know that good old Jim and myself sent you. Speaking of Jim, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, Eric. I have a question for you. Is that Spring Fever is that 2 words or 1 word?
I'm not sure, my friend. Let me look.
Because I know promo codes can be tricky.
You know what? I think it is all one word. Spring Fever. You know what? You know what we're gonna do, Jim?
What are we gonna
do? What we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do for the people? We are going to go to Royal Retros right now, and we're gonna do a little order here to see what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up the screen. We're gonna go share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Going to this lovely website for those watching.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh, look, I already have stuff in there. Oh, stuff's already been boom. Go to checkout, and it says one word: Spring Fever. Spring Fever is one word. But guys, I'm just telling you guys right now, if you go to this, you can go to, let's go leagues. Let's go some USFL, Jim. Let's look at some old school USFL. I mean, look at the Showboats hat, Jim.
Oh, God, that Showboats logo is so sick.
I mean, you can go down here. Look at this old school Showboats t-shirt. Oh. That one's pretty badass. I may have to add that to my collection. Go down a little bit more. The one I'm going to get is, where are we at? It's a Stars. It's an old school Stars. Going down over here to page 2.
I don't think I'm going to roll with the Stars because I already have got some Stars merch.
Here we go. This is what, there we go. This is what Daddy's going to get. Give me a 1983 USFL championship game vintage t-shirt, the Michigan Panthers versus the Philadelphia Stars. You can also get the 1984 game, which Arizona against Philadelphia, or the 1985 game.
Were they the Arizona Rattlesnakes?
They were. The Oakland Invaders against the Baltimore Stars. Oof, a little throwback right there. So, guys, please make sure that way it helps Jimbo and I's show Spring Fever out. So please make sure to check that out. But we're here to talk some USFL. But before we jump into the lines, I want to ask you, in terms of betting, what is the team in the South that we need to lock in a future in?
Well, we already have the team in the South.
No, excuse me, the North. My bad. What's the team in the North? Because I'm just going to be throwing out some of these numbers that I'm seeing out here. Let me pull them up at good old Bovada, because they seem to be the only one that has these lines up right now. We're going USFL. We're going USFL futures, and the ones that stick out to me are the Maulers.
Okay.
The Panthers and the Generals. I think the Stars get in. The Stars are up 1 game. Generals, Panthers, and Maulers all 1 game back. Which one do you like out of those 3? We got the Panthers 12-1, Maulers 12-1, Generals 6-1.
So I'm scrapping the Panthers right away. I don't think they're going to be anything for the rest of the season. This offense has not shown me anything that they can be anything. The Maulers have intrigued me. The Generals have been the most consistent out of those 3. But at double the odds, I kind of like taking a shot on the Maulers because the schedule lines up right. And we talked about this earlier, Eric. Both the Maulers and the Generals don't have any more traveling to do for the rest of the season. So,
which is huge. Yeah, they're all going to be.
I don't think they're going to get huge home crowds in Canton. So I think the game they play against each other, which is technically a Generals home game, I think I still like the Maulers. The Maulers defense is still the thing that I trust the most in the North. and I think their offense still has a little bit of time to come together. And I think against Northern teams, like obviously they're the only team that has still gotten shut out twice, so the offense has some issues still very apparent. But I think I'm going to go with the Maulers.
And the Maulers play the Generals at the last part of the season, so that's going to be an easy hedge out opportunity too. So hypothetically, let's say it comes down to that game, and you need to hedge out, you can buy out your position earlier. So Jim and I both sign off on locking in the Pittsburgh Maulers 12-1 as a future to lock in. So right now we have the Maulers and we have the Breakers at 5-1 in our future portfolio. Now we're going to jump on to these game lines. We're going to be using the lines from Bet Online. First game starting off, we have the Stallions laying 2 against the Breakers, over under 46. What say you, my friend?
First off, I like the under. And honestly, so this line opened at 1, the Stallions -1, and it's been climbing up. I actually like the Breakers in a get-right spot here. I think the Stallions defense isn't that great. I think the Breakers can kind of this is the tune-up game their offense needs. I think their defense is good enough. And I'm going to fade a little Alex Magoo after he just had a great performance in week 6. I don't think he has back-to-back fantastic performances. I'm going to take the Breakers. I'm going to take a money line. I'm going to be bold. I'm not even going to bother with the spread. I'm just going to take the Breakers straight up, and I'm going to take the under 46.
I like it. I'm going to be on the Breakers too in the get right spot here. I think there's some issues on the Stallions defense, as you mentioned a couple times. And I'll be honest, I don't just trust their quarterback. I know Magoo looked better last game, but I just don't trust him here. I think this is a get right spot for the Breakers and Bethel Thompson against this Stallions defense. So I'm going to be on the Breakers +2. Next game, we're going to Philadelphia Stars +1 against the Pittsburgh Maulers, over under a whopping 38. What say you, my friend?
Oh, God. I think this one was a tough one for me, but I'm going to roll with the Maulers. It's a tight enough spread. I think their defense is good enough to just eat the Stars alive. The Stars, by the way, who have not scored an offensive touchdown in 2 weeks. They can't keep that up. I'm going to go under 38.5 in here as well.
I like it. I think this is another, I look at it like this. Maulers are coming off a shutout. I think this is going to be a get right. Stars are coming off 2 big wins. I think this is a little bit of a letdown spot here. I think the Maulers defense is going to be able to make the Stars offense uncomfortable. Stars defense, I really don't trust. I think the Maulers offense will be able to move the ball on them. So I like the -1. Next game, we're going to 2 of the hottest teams. We got the Gamblers laying 3.5 against the Memphis Showboats, over under 43. What say you, my friend?
Oh, God. If I were to take an over in any game, it would be this one, but I'm still going to take the under. I like the Showboats. I think both these teams have been trending upwards, but I just like the way the Showboats have looked a little bit more. I trust them a little bit more. Whenever I've seen that, this is just eye test stuff. Whenever I've seen the Gamblers in their last couple weeks, it looks like the other team is playing worse rather than the Gamblers playing very good. I think the Gamblers are playing good. I think they're vastly improved from last year, but I don't think they're as good as a lot of people are saying.
Okay. I don't know what to do in this game, so I'm going to use my pass card. I really have no idea what to do.
Erik, it's your show. You have infinite pass cards.
What we've seen from Memphis is that their line is this the new medium for them, or they've been overachieving and they're going to come back down to earth. Flip side, Gamblers, like you made this comment, they just seem to play everyone who's playing a shitty game. Is that their thing? And is this going to be Memphis' shitty game? Because Memphis does have 2 good games in a row, so they are due for a little bit of a step back. Because I think we can both agree that this offense is overperforming a little bit. Maybe it's better with the new quarterback, but I don't think it's as good as it's been.
It's not, but also the defense, I think, has improved, and I think the defense is legit.
Good point. So I would bet the under here if I had to bet.
Yeah, I like the under 43. But if I were to pick it over, I could see both offenses kind of going off. Like, I could see it. But I like the
Last
under.
game. Kind of playoff. We're in week 6 here. We only have 4 more weeks left.
Literally, with how competitive the USFL this year, every single week, every game has playoff implications.
Now, I don't know what to do in this game. I kind of feel like this is way, way, way too many points. What say you, my friend? With the Panthers
I mean,
7 and the over-under here of 39.5. To me, this is betting 101. High total, high spread, low number. This leans me to the Panthers.
I'm on the Generals. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Panthers score more than a touchdown. I don't know if they get a single touchdown against this Generals defense. I took them at the +6 last week versus the Stallions. They let me down immensely. I'm not going to be scared of the big number this week. Give me the Generals.
Okay. All right. I beg to differ, my friend.
I think that's the only game we disagree on. No, we disagree. No, you didn't have an opinion on the game.
You know what? There's no NBA game on Sunday. I'm betting the fucking Panthers, dude. I'm betting the Panthers. I'm going to cancel my plans to go to the Brewers game, and I'm going to go on the stream just so I can talk shit to you about the Panthers. I am redoing my whole vacation weekend. I'm going to watch a
shit talking 101, people.
So just to recap, Jim and I are both on the Breakers plus the 2. Jim is on the under 46. Jim and I are both on the Maulers. Jim is on the under 38.5. Jim is on the Showboats. I did not take a side here. I did not take a total in this game either. Jim, you said you could see this going over, but you like the under. That in my world, that's a pass.
I mean, yes, but I like the under. But if there is, I think more scenarios than not, I see the under happening. There is like 1 in, I don't know, 6. This is just a number I'm pulling out of thin air. A 1 in 6 shot that both offenses like are playing their best game, because the Houston Gamblers offense has been vastly improved. They look really good, and they have Bahar back, and the Showboats with Cole Kelly have looked good. But I think the defenses for both teams are good enough that they stop them. So, like, I still like the under.
And then I like the Michigan Panthers +7. Jim likes the Generals -7, and he likes the under 39.5 in the nightcap. Jim, I'd like to thank you for coming on. Why don't you tell everyone what you have on tap and what is your Memorial Day live stream extravaganza going to do this year?
I think I'm gonna try and work on a little like poster or something for it. But I got a busy weekend coming up. You guys can find me at XFL Jim everywhere. Anything can be found. Obviously, I'm gonna be streaming these USFL wash-alongs with a little special cameo from the National Arena League when Antonio Brown makes his first Arena League start this Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. And then Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day, I always do a special live stream for it. Last year, you saw me passed out for 8 hours on my bed as I was just blackout drunk. This year, I'm going to not quit drinking, but I'm going to keep the drinking down a little bit. And I'm going to do a 24-hour dance-a-thon dance-a-thon, sing-along, fun times. So from midnight Sunday night to midnight Monday night, I will be streaming on XFL Jim Twitch. So twitch.tv/XFL Jim.
I like it. I'll definitely check that out. Jim, thanks for coming on. And, best of luck in your bets, except for everyone except for the Generals. And I'll talk next week, man, my friend.
Salud.